So let's start off with a brand that I seriously don't know why I don't have a piece from them yet. Hi guys, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is May, also known as Mrs. Leva, and on this channel we talk way too much about handbags. Today I have a sit down chatty video for you guys. I actually want to get your input on a few handbags that I am currently eyeing in order to add in the maybe next couple of months or so. I did share a few wish list pieces which I have been eyeing on a vlog sort of video that I did do, but this one in particular is just going to address handbags. There have been a few on my radar recently, and I just kind of wanted to talk you guys through my thought process for these pieces, and also look forward to hearing your feedback in the comment section down below if you've owned or if you own any of these pieces. So let's start off with a brand that I seriously don't know why I don't have a piece from them yet, but that is Demellier London, and they recently released a new line called the Paris line. It is stunning. They have a satchel sort of style bag, which is absolutely beautiful. I feel like it would be a great alternative if you want sort of like that Kelly style of handbag. I feel like a lot of brands kind of have that style available, to be honest. However, this isn't the one that I'm eyeing. I'm actually eyeing their beautiful long style clutch in, I believe it's called the Poppy Red. Love the color, love the clutch. I'm very into the whole east-west trend at the moment. I thought I wouldn't be, but I think it's kind of growing on me and I'm here for it. However, this clutch in particular I feel would be so fun, especially going into spring and summer. First, the color is just a beautiful pop of color. And second, I do feel like the silhouette of this clutch is very chic, edgy in a way. It would be super cute to incorporate even for like brunch dates. And then obviously you can take it into the night for a little pop of color for your outfit. You guys know I love wearing black. I love wearing neutral colors. So I think that a pop of color is something that I really need to kind of dive and explore more for my collection. Sticking with Demellier, I will mention a style of handbag that I have been loving for so long. It is sort of a tote, and right now for my particular lifestyle I really don't use a lot of totes, so that is one of the reasons why I've kind of held back. However, they did release the New York in this canvas stripe sort of combination and I loved it, you guys. I definitely lean more towards the black just because that canvas material sort of scares me a little bit. I feel like in a light color it will be prone to getting dirty really quick. However, the black with the stripes I think is so nautical, so summer appropriate. However, the only thing that really is holding me back at the moment from not getting that specific piece is the fact that the darker canvas option does not come with the shorter top handle. I would prefer the shorter top handle just for a more of like a chic look rather than the over the shoulder option. Now, while we go through this wish list video, I did want to say that I am considering of letting go of a few pieces that I just really haven't gravitated to in a good amount of months. I think that that's very normal, especially for us handbag lovers and for us that really love adding new handbags and new silhouettes into our collections. We kind of outgrow certain pieces, certain colors, certain styles. However, as I said, I am waiting a couple more months before I actually like decide which ones I really want to get rid of. Now, let's move on to a piece that, to be honest with you, I kind of just want to add into my collection to get a feel for the brand, but the hefty price point is just not really giving me the confidence I need to add this piece, and that is the Goyard. I think it's the mini Anjou. I love this cute little tote. I think it's so fun, especially going into spring and summer. Goyard has some really beautiful pops of colors with their classic pattern, and I have been eyeing either the orange or the like royal blue. I really like that you can actually I don't know how to say that word, but like interchange, like I don't know what it is, but you can actually get a 2-in-1 piece with this particular handbag. Now I know the outside is sort of like this very durable kind of canvas material. However, when you kind of like interchange it, I do believe that the other side of the tote is leather. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really like that 2-in-1 factor of it. Now, here in the States, it is about $2,500 after taxes, and no, I'm just not feeling it for that price point. I think under 2,000 would have been ideal. However, I know that Goyard kind of has this whole like exclusivity aspect to it, sort of like Hermes. They don't sell their bags online. You kind of go into the store. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. So I guess the price point merits the whole exclusivity aspect of it. Now, with that being said, it would be one that I would consider purchasing if we do visit Europe. I have various videos in regards to this, but I love shopping abroad. Not only is it a great experience and a great souvenir to bring back from a specific trip, but being a foreigner and being able to shop in the European Union, I do get to claim a VAT refund, which saves me a ton of money on these luxury designer houses. And I believe the price abroad is maybe within 1700. I think that's what I had read from a previous article that I believe Purse Pop shared. So if that were the case, then I would definitely consider adding it if I was in the European Union. However, our travel plans for this year don't seem to be going that way. So for that reason, this one is like really low on the wish list. Moving on to another little piece that has a hefty little price point and that I would consider adding if we did visit Europe, and that is the Bottega Veneta Mini Jodie. Now, I personally don't purchase handbags with the idea of reselling them, but as I mentioned earlier on in this video, sometimes we just outgrow certain styles or certain colors, and I feel like the Mini Jodie in the back of my mind will kind of be sort of that type of handbag. So for that reason, I really don't want to dive into an almost $3,000 handbag while I'm thinking that it might potentially not work out for me. Like, I hope that makes sense. And I know that if you're here and you love handbags like I do, we can totally relate and share that in common. But I feel like that is the reason why I haven't been in the bullet and added this piece into my collection. I do also love the way Bottega does color. I feel like they do color really beautifully. But again, for $3,000, I think that I would definitely go a neutral route. They have like this asphalt gray, I think it's the name of it. Stunning. It's a very deep gray, almost black, but you can definitely tell that it is a gray color. They obviously have beautiful neutrals, as in like caramel and camel colors, which I obviously gravitate to. And I think that this would be a great kind of piece for me to add a little bit of variety into my collection. When we go on date nights, I definitely prefer carrying a smaller type of bag. So this little one with the knot detail, I just think it's so unique. It's very Bottega, obviously, but I feel like it would be a great little addition for those like date nights that I go on with my husband, or just if we're doing like double or triple dates. And then I can also use it for like a lunch date, or maybe like a brunch, or just an outing in general. I do like how it looks in the crook of the arm. Even though it's a small little bag, I think it looks so cute when you do carry it on the crook of the arm. So this has been one that has been on the list for quite some time. Okay, now moving on, and another one that I want to get feedback from, and that is a Raffia bag. So I have previously shared over on Instagram, I think primarily, how I feel like spending $600–700 on an all Raffia bag is a little bit extreme for my particular budget and what it is that I like to put my money towards. However, oh, I think she's hiding. 1 second. Let's bring out a piece for a little bit of eye candy. I did get this piece last year. I was actually lucky enough to find it in the YSL outlet, and it does have a little bit of raffia. It just has the raffia detail here, and then on the back, the bottom is a leather material. But I love this piece, you guys. It was one of my most used pieces last year. I definitely think it's going to be another most used this year. I think it's so perfect for the season of spring and summer. It is very practical in the size, and I just think it's such a cute little piece. So for that reason, I have been considering adding another raffia sort of like tote into my collection. With all that being said, I am considering the Loewe Raffia one. I love this piece. I think it's very slimline, very chic. I love it with like a linen set or a flowy dress, even with jeans and like a cute top and some like very simple kind of caramel colored slides, or my Oasis in the beautiful gold color. I think that I will be able to use this piece a lot. However, we're gonna address the prices. I feel like the reason why I don't add some of these pieces are because of the price, and in reality it's just because it kind of pains me sometimes to spend a specific amount on a piece that is just for a designated purpose. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, this one here in the States is $790. A little steep for me still for an all raffia piece. However, I did find an alternative from Strathberry, and you guys, it pretty much gets the same job done. Super, super cute. I love the Strathberry sort of like bar detail. I think it's very unique to the fashion house. It's kind of like Louis Vuitton's logo or Loewe's logo. That is their logo per se. But then again, I feel like it's very understated, very chic. The style of the bag itself is pretty identical to the Loewe one. The only thing is that the strap doesn't pop out like the Loewe one does. This one just has like two long shoulder straps. And something that I like about the Strathberry option is that they have two sizes. So they have one which I think it's pretty similar to the Loewe size, and then they have one which is a little bit larger. So it's nice to know that you have two sizes that you can choose from. I personally think I would still be going the smaller route just because I don't want it to look like I'm carrying a beach tote if I do decide to wear it on like a day out or something like that. I want it to kind of look like a small little handbag. So yeah, I'm kind of going the Strathberry route. I gotta be honest with you. I feel like for the price point that the Strathberry has is perfect. It doesn't make me feel too guilty that I did spend so much money on like a raffia style bag, but I still get the look which I want to achieve during the spring and summer season. Okay. So I don't know if to end with a bang or to end with one that I feel like all of you guys know I would love to add into my collection. But I'm going to end with that one because I feel like you will be surprised. So let's go now with the bang, and that is the Hermes Kelly in the size 25. As you guys know, I recently added my little nugget. This is my Hermes Birkin 25. I'm obsessed. I don't want to put her down. I feel like I can get rid of all of my bags and just use this one. Totally kidding, totally kidding. But I am obsessed with this piece. It's just, it has been, there's so much behind this piece that if you guys have been here and you've caught my whole Hermes journey, Hermes experiment, Hermes playlist, then you definitely know. So with all that being said, I have mentioned in some of those Hermes videos that I ultimately would love to add a Kelly as well. I feel like that silhouette and that style of handbag is very classic for my particular collection. I love a good top handle, and if it has a crossbody strap, it's like the cherry on top. As of right now, I'm definitely leaning towards the return sort of style. I have been seeing a couple of videos in regards to the Cellier, and even though it is a beautiful, very elegant handbag, I just don't think that it'll suit my personal style and my personal life in general. So I definitely feel the return would be the route to go. The color is the big gigantic question mark. I even consider going the black route. I think that this bag will be nice enough to have in black for me to incorporate it in casual sort of ways, but then also transition it into a night out. The 25 is the perfect little tiny size for me to take on night out. So I think that that's enough with Hermes. I definitely feel like once I have that one, then I will be officially finished with my Hermes handbag collection. I will still continue shopping from the brand though, because as you guys have seen from previous things that I've added, I've honestly grown to love so much more from the house than just their bags. But yeah, moving on to the last brand, and that is Polene. I know. Let me explain myself. I did a recent video in regards to their price increase, which was astronomical on all of their handbags. I think they went up by like 20 or 25%. I'll leave that video linked down below in case you guys didn't catch it. But But even with that being said, and I did explain this in that video, there are still pieces from the fashion house that I would like to have in my personal collection. One of the main things that I loved about Polene was how well their handbags are made. At least the ones that I personally have not had any issues whatsoever. And the other thing is how unique the style of handbags that they have are. So there are two in particular that I have mentioned in other wish list videos I talk about all the time on Instagram, and that is the number 10 and the seam. I think that's how you say the name. So the tote style. Let's dive into the number 10, and I just think that this is such a unique style. However, like, my number 1 is a unique style, but I think like this is a timeless handbag that I will always own, and I feel like it's very like incorporable. That's not a word. It's a piece that I can incorporate in so many different occasions with so many different outfits. I can carry her top handle. She also has a crossbody strap so I can dress her down. It is just a very unique, but at the same time, very classic silhouette. It's a flap opening, you know, it's kind of something that we've seen it done before, just Polene added certain features to it to make it stand out a little bit. So for that reason, I feel like this is a bag that I will own for a very long time. Now, with that being said, the number 10, I do think is a very trendy piece. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't add a trendy piece into my collection and enjoy it while I have it. But what holds me back a little bit more is the fact that it doesn't have a top handle in a sense. So from previous styles of handbags that I have owned that are similar to this, and I'm gonna take that sort of like the camera route way, you know, a bag that you can just really wear like crossbody or on your shoulder. I have sold all of those handbags that I have had just because I really enjoy a top handle. Now, that's where I go back into reconsidering the 10, and that is because you can adjust the crossbody strap to make it a little bit smaller and do like a little short shoulder kind of situation, which is not my personal style, but I could appreciate it. But I do like that by making it a little bit of a short shoulder, then I can carry it on the crook of my arm. And then I have that top handle option that I crave from my handbags. So that's where I go back and forth. The color is another huge question mark in regards to these pieces, just because I feel like they have so many beautiful colors to choose from. So let's dive into the seam. And even though I rarely use totes anymore because just my personal life doesn't call for them, I'm more of like a smaller handbag kind of gal at the moment, even though I never thought I would be. But I digress. I feel like the seam is such a classic piece to own. The larger tote, I think, is a great option even to have as like a travel piece. With that being said, I ultimately feel like I would go down the mini route just because I feel like the mini one will allow me to incorporate it a little bit more on my day-to-day style. It could be a piece that I can even potentially take with me during trips because it does have the shoulder strap, so I can carry it as a tote. I really like the shoulder strap and the top handle option that it has. I really like that you can change the look of the handbag by cinching out the little sides or bringing it in and making it more of a smaller type of handbag. My mom actually has that size in this beautiful lilac color, and I've played around with it, and it is a great size overall. It fits all of my daily essentials at least. So I do really feel that if I ever end up adding the seam, it would be in that one. I'm kind of low-key hoping that they release a canvas style seam like they have in the regular size in that smaller size, because I just think that that would be so cute. So let's see if they come out with any new styles now for the spring and summer season, and then I will finally decide which one it is that I want to add. So that pretty much does it for the current wish list. I would also love to know what handbags you currently have on your wish list at the moment, whether they are near the future sort of purchases or whether they are a little bit more long-term in a couple of years. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for taking some time out of your day to watch today, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye, everyone.